The air hung heavy, thick with the metallic scent of fear. It was as if the very atmosphere was infused with dread, each breath a reminder of the peril that lay ahead. A low groan echoed from the chasm below, a haunting sound that reverberated through the canyon walls, amplifying the sense of impending doom. The canyon yawned open like a hungry beast, its steep walls seeming to close in, creating a claustrophobic feeling despite the vastness. Above, a rickety rope bridge swayed precariously, its frail form the only link to the hope of survival. Each creak of the wood and fray of the rope was a stark reminder of their fragile lifeline. 12 hours, that was all they had. 12 hours to find a way across, to escape the clutches of the canyon before it claimed them. 12 hours before the bridge, weakened by some unseen force, would succumb to gravity's pull, plunging them into the abyss. The thought of the bridge collapsing sent shivers down their spines. Each gust of wind seemed to mock their plight, whispering of the inevitable. The wind howled through the canyon, a chilling symphony of despair. The bridge creaked and groaned under its own weight, a constant reminder of their precarious situation. Every sound it made was a countdown to disaster. Time, once a constant, had become a ravenous entity, devouring their hope with each passing second. The relentless ticking of the clock was a cruel reminder of their dwindling chances. The bridge wasn't meant for this. Flung across the chasm years ago by explorers long gone, it was a fragile lifeline of frayed ropes and rotting planks. The chasm itself was a scar on the earth, a testament to some ancient upheaval. Its depths were lost in shadow, the unseen bottom a source of primal fear. Each step on the aged wood was a gamble, a roll of the dice against the abyss. The wind whipping through the canyon tugged at their clothes, eager to claim them for the chasm below. The bridge swayed in response, a macabre dance with death. 7 souls, bound by circumstance, stood on the precipice of despair. Each one carried a story, a burden, a glimmer of hope, and a shadow of doubt. They were united by an unseen thread, their fates intertwined in ways they could not yet comprehend. There was Sarah, the doctor, her calm demeanor a mask for the fear in her eyes. She had spent years saving lives, but now, she felt powerless, her medical knowledge a mere drop in the ocean of uncertainty that surrounded them. David, the engineer, his mind already racing through possible solutions. He was used to solving problems, constructing realities from blueprints, but this situation was unlike any he had ever faced. The weight of responsibility pressed heavily on his shoulders. Maria, the young student, her face pale with terror. She had dreams, aspirations, a future she had meticulously planned. Now all of it seemed to hang by a thread, the fear of the unknown gnawing at her resolve. John, the seasoned hiker, outwardly stoic, but his gaze betrayed his concern. He had faced nature's wrath, braved the wildest terrains, but this was a different kind of wilderness, one that tested the very core of his being. Emily and Michael, a young couple, their hands clasped tightly, drawing strength from each other. Their love was their anchor, a beacon of hope in the gathering storm. They whispered promises of survival, of a future together even as doubt lingered in their hearts. And then there was old man Henry, his weathered face etched with a lifetime of experiences, his eyes holding a strange glint of acceptance. He had seen the world change, had lived through its many upheavals, and now, he stood ready to face whatever came next with a quiet dignity. Standing apart, a stark silhouette against the dying light, was a lone figure. Their presence was a mystery, an enigma that added to the tension. Who were they? What role did they play in this unfolding drama? Cloaked and hooded, their face obscured, they held aloft an hourglass. The sands within it flowed steadily, a silent reminder of time slipping away, of moments lost and decisions yet to be made. The sand flowed, a silent, relentless chronometer of their impending doom. Each grain that fell was a heartbeat, a breath, a step closer to an uncertain fate. The hourglass was a symbol, a harbinger of what was to come, urging them to act, to decide, to face their fears and hopes head-on. Section 4. The Cruel Math of Survival. The rules, delivered in a voice devoid of emotion, were simple, brutal. 2 at a time could cross, no more. Each person had a different crossing time dictated by their strength and agility. 1 hour, the fastest. 5 agonizing hours, the slowest. The hourglass held 12. 12 hours for hope to triumph over despair. 12 hours to solve the cruel math of survival. The hooded figure remained silent, an impartial arbiter of their fate.
Correct.
Section 5. Whispers in the Face of Doom. Arguments erupted, desperate pleas for logic battled against the primal instinct for self-preservation. The engineer, David, saw patterns, possibilities. The fastest two should cross first, he argued, then one returns with the light to guide the others. But who would be left behind? The doctor, Sarah, urged calm. They needed a plan, a strategy that maximized their chances. But fear, a corrosive acid, was eating away at their unity. Whispers of doubt and accusations of selfishness poisoned the air. Section 6. Echoes of choice, ghosts of regret. The sand flowed. Time, indifferent to their plight, marched on. Each grain of sand, a moment lost, a decision made, a path chosen. The relentless march of time, uncaring and unyielding, continued its journey, leaving behind echoes of choices and ghosts of regrets. Would they choose self-sacrifice or fight for their own survival? The weight of their decisions bore heavily on their shoulders, each choice a potential turning point, each moment a test of their resolve. Would they find a way to cheat death, or would their cries be swallowed by the canyon's depths? The abyss, dark and foreboding, seemed to mock their every move, challenging their courage and their will to survive. The 12-hour bridge, a test of character, a crucible of the human spirit. Each step on the bridge, a step into the unknown, a step towards their destiny. The bridge, old and worn, stood as a silent witness to their trials and tribulations. What would you do, standing on that precipice, the abyss beckoning below? The chasm, vast and unyielding, called out to them, daring them to make a choice, to take a leap of faith or to retreat in fear. Whose life would you save? In the face of danger, would you extend a hand to help, or would you turn away, consumed by your own survival instincts? The choice, simple yet profound, held the power to define their humanity. And whose would you condemn? The burden of choice weighed heavily, each decision a potential sentence, each action a reflection of their inner turmoil and moral compass. The echoes of their choices, the ghosts of their regrets linger long after the bridge falls. The memories of their actions, haunting and relentless, followed them, a constant reminder of the paths they had taken and the ones they had forsaken. A haunting reminder that sometimes, even in survival, there are no right answers, only impossible choices. The silence of the night, the stillness of the bridge, echoed their inner conflict, a testament to the complexity of the human spirit and the enduring struggle between right and wrong.